Well, we head from force of nature to where the sun is slowly rising in Burlington, Ontario. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard today. And today we're talking about safety on the roads. Coming up at around 7:30, we'll be joining the Halton Police and discussing Project Safe Start, which is an initiative for all of us to go out on the roads and adjust our speeds heading into those school zones. You really have to be as aware as well for added pedestrians, and particularly through the neighborhoods. Sometimes kids are darting across, and that's why you really need to take it slow as we all readjust to the season of back to school. Now, luckily, the sun is starting to rise out here because to start the morning, I'm not going to lie, I was really chilly. Temperatures still hovering in the low to mid-teens, but as we head through the rest of today, it's really going to be warming up into the upper 20s. So that time of year where it's the tale of two seasons. You have to dress for the cool conditions in the morning, and then you'll be peeling off the layers by the afternoon. That was Force of Nature Extended. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard. We'll have Emily and Tom coming up. But first, a pretty nice start to the morning in Burlington. It is on the fresh side, to say the least. I definitely recommend a light sweater or a jacket. Temperatures ranging from 12 to 16 degrees. But basically, our mission for the morning is going to be joining with the Halton Police coming up shortly for Project Safe Start. Now, last week, if you were pulled over in a school zone, you got a warning. You got off lucky, a reminder that your driving patterns of the summer needed to be adjusted a little bit. But heading into the next 2 weeks, there will be a blitz going on. And unfortunately, that means if you are traveling too quickly, distracted driving, you will end up with a ticket. And quite honestly, it is that time of year where kids are darting around. They could cross the road in an area you may not expect. So it's highly important to keep safety top of mind. So that will be the big discussion of the day. But weather-wise, for how things are shaping up on the roads, as well as later on today, I'll send it back inside to you. That was Force of Nature Extended. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard. Coming up, Tom Reynolds and Emily Vukovic will have your traffic and weather story. But first, speaking of traffic being on the roads, it's back to school, and back to school safety really needs to be top of mind. And that is why we're in Burlington, Ontario today, going to be joining the Halton Regional Police as they do their Project Safe Start. So that means if you're traveling in a school zone, you need to be obeying those speed limits as well. Distracted driving, not an option. Lots of kids are traveling out and about. We're all getting readjusted to that bustling activity, and that is why you really need to be quite cautious. So if you notice, I haven't exactly mentioned whereabouts in Burlington we are, because I really think it's important that all of us do have that safety top of mind and do obey the speed limit. So I don't want you to get into trouble out there on the roads. Just be aware. As I say, coming up, we will be speaking with someone at the Halton Police to talk about this initiative. But for now, heading out the door, pack a light jacket. Temps are ranging from 12 to 16 degrees. That was a look at Force of Nature. As you can tell in Burlington, Ontario, yes, the sun is shining. I definitely need to grab those sunglasses. But the initiative of today is to talk safety. And so I have an expert with me, Sergeant Corner of the Halton Police. Tell me about Project Safe Start.
Project Safe Start is an annual project that we do run here in Halton. And
thanks so much. And coming up as well, we'll talk about distracted walking. So keep it here at the Weather Network. Temperatures ranging from 12 to 16 degrees. And as mentioned, lots of sunshine to enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
I know. I saw.
That was a look at Force of Nature. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard, and it's all about safety. Of course, we're back to school. It's easy to get distracted, but I'm joined by the Halton Regional Police today doing their blitz with Project Safe Start. And one of the big issues, as Sergeant Corner and I were discussing, is distracted walking. And tell me a little bit about that. That was a look at Force of Nature Extended. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard. A sunny day. Temperatures getting up into the upper 20s through the latter half of today. But of course, it's the week of back to school, and we're talking safety with the Halton Regional Police. We have Project Safe Start, and within that, distracted driving, we know a huge issue any time of year. But tell me about the extra importance of being cautious during the school season. Thanks so much. A very important message to get out there. And again, no better time but back to school to keep all our kids safe. That was Force of Nature Extended. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard. Emily Vukovic and Tom Reynolds are coming up, but the main message of today in Burlington, Ontario, and really through any area in a school zone is safety on the roads. That's why we have Project Safe Start. We've been joining the Halton Regional Police throughout the morning. And Sergeant Coroner, I know distracted driving a major issue. So what's your challenge to those of us with a cell phone behind the wheel?
Well,
So there you go. Challenge accepted. You should all take it on because we need to really focus on safety as lots of kids are out and about as we're back to school. As for temperatures today, they are ranging into the upper 20s through the afternoon hours and lots of sunshine out there. That was a look at Force of Nature. I'm Krissy Vann in for Kevin Yard. Coming up, Emily Vukovic and Tom Reynolds will have your latest traffic and weather. But first, we're in Burlington, Ontario. And yes, we're talking traffic, being on the roads, and back to school safety with Project Safe Start. That's an initiative from the Halton Regional Police. And I'm joined by Sergeant Coroner. Tell me about Project Safe Start. Thanks so much, Emily. Well, it's all about Project Safe Start with the Halton Regional Police. I'm joined by Sergeant Coroner. Tell me about the issue with school buses and how we really need to adjust our habits there. Thanks so much, Sergeant Coroner. Great safety tips. But for the weather conditions, I'll send it back to you, Emily. Thanks so much, Emily. Well, I've been joined by the Halton Regional Police throughout the day, and it's really all about Project Safe Start, a great initiative to give us that reminder of safety on the roads. And for more on Project Safe Start, I join Sergeant Coroner. Thanks so much, Emily. We've been joined by the Halton Regional Police throughout the morning with Project Safe Start, an initiative to remind drivers and enforce safe driving habits. Now, I'm joined by Sergeant Coroner, and I know distracted driving, a big issue any time of year, but tell me about the particular risks when we are in back to school season.
putting that phone down.
Great messages here from the Halton Regional Police. As for the weather story, sunshine today, temperatures in the upper 20s. Yes, Emily. Project Safe Start is the initiative that Halton Regional Police has in place. Last week you were warned. This week it is enforced. I'm joined by Sergeant Coroner now. The lights are flashing on the school zone. So what does that mean for us in our driving habits? Well, it's back to school time, which means lots of excitement for students, but it also is the time we need to have safety top of mind. That's why I'm joined by the Halton Regional Police with Sergeant Coroner. Tell me about Project Safe Start. Thanks so much for that. Well, safety definitely needs to be top of mind. As for temperatures today, they are getting into the upper 20s, and we have plenty of sunshine.